Oh, there's Dimples. And who is this? And more importantly, how did we get here? Well, let's take it back just a little bit. Let's talk about it. Some things are happening. I think they're gonna be good things. Of course, all good things though, they have to start somewhere. So right now, this good thing is starting right here in my tiny home living room. Putting on my shoes and getting ready to go somewhere that may be really exciting. I'm not sure yet. I haven't fully determined if this is gonna be one of those super great days or if it's gonna be one of those days where it's like, oh, that's interesting. Appears I'm starting off with a weird shoe day, that's for sure. But long story short, the news has been not going so great these days for my little channel. Several things happened all in a row that weren't great. And along the way, I started to get a little distressed. But I'm a person who always finds the positive, and in doing so, the positive started to show itself to me a little bit more freely. I'm a firm believer that if you put yourself in a mindset of positive, more positive will come into you. And I think that's what happened. I just had to pull myself out of it. And now this is about to be good, I think. Cross your fingers. Of course, I have to start off somewhere, and that's getting myself together with my bag and my other things so I can depart. And I think this is good now. Oh, sunglasses. These will work. So like I was saying, something good might be happening today. I know something big is happening, but we'll see if it's good. Now, if you guys have not watched my channel and have no idea what I'm talking about with all the bad stuff, please go watch the last few videos. It's been one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing, none of which have been super great. However, again, when you reframe your mindset, things start to happen. And over the past few days, things have definitely started happening. My dad's van, which broke down, left him pretty sad because he worked really, really hard. But instead of letting it get him down, he arranged for transport. The van is here, and all of that is taken care of. That's a positive. So after you look at it like that, then you have all the time in the world to do whatever you need to do. Well, then the world seems to look at you and go, huh, I think you deserve a break. So my dad was looking online and he found something kind of interesting. And we're about to go check it out. Got my little drinky poo right here. And now I just need to grab my keys. So without further ado, we're off. We just got on the road and had to make a stop real quick. So I thought this was a good time to say what exactly we're doing. What are we up to? What are we looking at? Well, my dad's van, it was a 2006 Dodge Sprinter. It was nice. It was super nice. And it was big and it had plenty of room. So my dad decided that he needed to look at something else that might have plenty of room. So today we're looking at a Shuttle. And if this turns out well, then it actually has far less miles than the van did. Because obviously after you have an issue, you're a bit skeptical as to what you want to be doing when it comes to being on the road. And I completely understand that. But this particular Shuttle popped up on Facebook Marketplace and my dad was just super intrigued by it. And then he recognized the church's name and it's in a neighboring community. So we're about to go over there and check it out. Guys, this is really nice. It's a V10 Triton and it is a 14 passenger, which is 13 seats plus the driver. This is really nice. And the best thing about it is it's been owned by 2 different churches. They used it just very minimally. So it has 41,000 miles. That's crazy. The church that has it currently has put about 20,000 miles on it, and then the other church put about 20,000 miles on it. The AC works. It has a brand new radiator because it just sat for too long. They have brand new tires. And so I think we're gonna take it for a test drive. These 2 windows, this one, and then the one on the other side, they both have emergency exits. So Dad, we're gonna test drive. I'm gonna buckle up real quick. Okay, so here we go. Dad's got to get everything adjusted. Then we're just going to take it for a short test drive to see what the power's like, see if it does anything weird. This is pretty cool. So the passenger seat obviously is not here because they have this door. So the passenger would actually sit kind of where I'm sitting in this format, but they could also move this around and keep at least one of the seats, maybe recover it. We did some tests. Everything seems to be doing well, except one thing. The door is now not opening, so got to figure that out. The air conditioner is cold. It works super well. The windows, it looks like they haven't opened them a lot, so they're a little bit more stiff, but they do open. Overall, everything seems to be decent, but there is one light that my dad wants to possibly have my uncle look at, and then also store situation. So I don't know. It's a good situation. Otherwise, it's amazing looking in here with the windows. This is so nice. My mom would love the exposure of the light, but the door, I guess we'll find out. Dad just learned something. If you touch it, it won't do anything, but you have to hold it and then it opens. Okay, cool. So that's in good shape. Awesome. But Dad thinks that the light that's on is actually probably, it needs an oil change. So that is still something to consider. He's just playing with all the things now and making sure everything's good. I like this one, guys. I like this one. So we just made it back. It has a reverse beep. It's kind of like the van. That takes some getting used to. Also, when you pull into a campsite late at night, super fun. But we'll see what they have to say now. So overall, super good test drive. It's a go. It's a go. He's gonna get it. I'm so excited right now. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it. I'm so excited for my parents right now. The letdown of the van was pretty big. It was very stressful because of the situation, where it happened, how it happened, having to get the vehicle brought back, now having to disassemble the vehicle and then get rid of the vehicle, because the quick fix on that one is not so quick. It's a very expensive fix. Basically, for the same cost of just the basic bare minimum for the fix, not counting the labor cost, Dad's able to purchase this entire shuttle. Yeah, with the labor cost, they said that it was going to be a minimum of a certain amount of hours, and that certain amount of hours is billed at a very high rate, which would have put the van costing more than a new van probably. And I don't mean that as like an over exaggeration. It would be very expensive to fix the problems that are going on with the van. So naturally that caused a lot of stress, and because of that, my dad was pretty meh for a minute, and I felt so bad because I just want him to be able to experience his happiness in his retirement. And so when he found this and he was like, do you want to go look at it with me? I was like, absolutely, let's go look. I mean, worst case scenario, it's a no, but everything worked out really well. It drove nicely. Everything turns on and off. There aren't any major like weird things. This is a 2001 and it only has 41,000 miles, and it's been owned by churches, and they use them literally. The man told us, he said for their purpose, they would shuttle older people in the community, or they would go to church camp, and that's it. And so that's not bad. And the church that owned it before was a church in Dallas who did the same thing. They just shuttled people here and there and then church camp. So that's good. That's super good. And I'm very excited. It rode pretty well, even in the passengers area. So yeah. The air conditioner, freezing cold. It has that carrier system in there. And as we were getting ready to come over so that Dad could get everything taken care of on the back end, he also realized one other really interesting thing. It has a backup camera already hardwired on there. Yay! So even though he has a really nice backup camera, this could be an option, and that way he could use that. And so now I'm going to try to, in my brain, do everything I can to help out Dad, which means we may get to test out some more things that Dad's going to use in the van. I have to get used to calling it a shuttle, not a van. Oh, that's going to be some adjustment. With that said, we need to go and drop off the Jeep at my mom's school, pick up her car, and I'm going to go over with Dad, and then I'm going to drive the car back while he drives the shuttle. But first he needs to call the insurance, make sure he puts insurance on it so he can get the tag and transfer and do all of that today. So that's what we're doing today, is we're getting all this taken care of. And this wasn't how I expected my Monday to go, but this is a much better Monday than what I had planned. Also, another huge advantage to the shuttle is it is wider, so I think they can fit like a queen size bed in there. And my mom was really excited about that part whenever they were kind of looking at this. My dad found it earlier in the weekend, so it wasn't something he could just go check out until today, but they started watching shuttle builds, and my mom, I think, got a little bit excited too because of the space and the room and the ability to like have a place that has a bit more, you know, just different stuff in it. She liked the van a lot, but at the same time, like, I think this is going to be a really good fit for them. I really do. It serves a lot of purposes. Those big windows, my mom's going to love them. The ventilation from the back, they're both going to love because now it pushes in and all you have to do is start it up. So, yeah. So we stopped off at Tractor Supply for a minute. Dad's coming back out, and then we're off to do all these things because today is a very positive day. Okay, we're back. We're gonna pick it up. So we're just waiting on the guy to get back, and then Dad's gonna drive it to the house, and then he's gonna take care of everything with the title, the insurance, all the stuff you gotta do. But we're gonna look it over one more time because I saw something earlier that might be of interest. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be such an exciting endeavor. I was just looking at pictures and oh my gosh, so many possibilities. Well, Dad, what do you think?
Well, it's going to be an adventure to get this thing ready to go.
Well, it's a new project and now you get to drive it away.
Yep.
Now we're just going to go and stop by and get the title and stuff like that taken care of, and then Dad is in business again. So he's probably going to be repurposing a lot of things from the original van, and it's gonna have some challenges. He's got to figure out his solar and stuff like that all over again, but he has some ideas, so I'll keep you guys up to date as to what is actually happening. But today is a good day. So remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I'm hoping Dad is gonna have a real good time now, and my mom's gonna get to join him soon, and we'll see what happens. Until next time guys, bye!